He's obviously an outrageously ugly loser. But right now, the top-tier female streamer who has countless men dreaming about her, the one everyone wishes to have one-on-one chats with every night, is ripping off her outerwear in one go. After confirming she's seductive enough, she straddles him directly. Next, the streamer lifts his chin, looking like she's about to do something indecent. And all this is because the loser awakened the S-class talent, the wish book. As long as he makes a wish to the wish master, any wish can be granted, just as the loser thinks he's about to make it big in life and finally break free from his bottom-tier misery. Because of my arrival, all of this will disappear, because my awakened talent is Soul Stealer Aura, which allows me to endlessly seize others' talents. And his class wish book is my first target. In the next moment, the streamer kicks the loser away. She strips off her black stockings and throws herself at me. The loser hugs my leg and kneels, begging for mercy. But I am completely unmoved. I activate my talent right away and forcibly take his S-class talent. Turns out last life, because I was soft-hearted, I watched my brother get devoured by a monster. After losing my brother's protection, I was taken revenge on by enemies and died miserably on the spot. When I opened my eyes again, I had actually been reborn back to before the National Awakening Day. At this moment, a furious shout rings in my ears. I look up, and it's that disgusting face of Supervisor Sun Ming. Only a few hours left until everyone awakens their talents. He purposely tries to pick a fight and fire me. I sneer darkly. It's time to settle old scores from the last life. Last life, this bastard turned into a demon, harvesting ordinary people's organs for resources, forcing good people into prostitution, committing every evil act. And because I impulsively beat him up, I was detained for 10 days. Missing the key period for awakening, Sun Ming's angry shouting goes on. You dare talk back to me? You must be fired today. I don't look back, just turn and leave. No reason to waste time on a dead man. Not long after, my plunder talent awakens on schedule. Still the familiar F class, but this time, I'm going to level it up to SS class in just one day. I'll make it soar to SSS class in one day. I quietly double back, hide near the restroom door. Inside, I hear Sun Ming's smug voice. Self-healing plants. I'm truly above everyone else now. He doesn't even know. He's already become my sacrificial lamb. I take out the climbing rope I prepared earlier, burst in suddenly, and ruthlessly strangle his neck. Sun Ming struggles desperately. A green figure suddenly appears. That's his class stand-in. It's coming to heal him. I roar fiercely inside. My hands tighten again. No, I can't die. I'm a S-class talent holder. As Sun Ming completely loses breath, my plunder talent activates instantly. F-class talent shoots up straight to S-class. I swing my hand dramatically. Roar, come out. My stand-in, a jet black figure turns from shadow to real, appearing right in front of me. Stand-in, Shadow Emperor. Talent skills are strong. The plundering and seizing attribute is the strongest among its tier. I command the Shadow Emperor to dispose of his body cleanly. Don't leave a trace. I'm not nervous at all. When they trace it back to me, it'll take at least a month. And by then, I'll be invincible. But little did I expect. This is just the beginning of my plundering journey. The next is class talent holder has already been locked in. After walking out of the company, I look at the chat history on my phone. The class group that used to be dead silent is now filled with people bragging about their talents. But then I discover a major secret. Suji has actually awakened. NS class talent, the wish book. Last lifetime, he used this talent to not only win over the campus belle, the Z, but also killed tens of thousands of innocent people, and even joined the criminal underworld. I sneer. Immediately mark him as my next plundering target. Meanwhile, at the hotel, Suji is basking in triumph. He shouts at his stand-in, the Wishmaster. My first wish is to completely possess the ZU's body and heart. The Wishmaster flips the giant book in his hand, radiating brilliant light. Master, your wish has been granted. Suji immediately pulls out his phone, urges Night Feather to come over in black stockings. As he's fantasizing about the goddess, my call comes in. I know the secret behind the S-class stand-in. Want to talk to you face to face. Without thinking, Suji gives me the room number. 302. Hurry up and come over.
He thinks with the Wishmaster's protection.
He can do whatever he wants. But what he doesn't know, this will mark his death day. 5 minutes later, I arrive right on time. Suji impatiently comes close. Hurry and tell me, what's the secret of the S-Class stand-in? I calmly lean in close to him. I don't say a single word by his ear. In the next second, my stand-in Shadow Emperor appears behind him like a ghost. One punch, just one punch. Suji is sent flying over 1,000 meters. Once he's dead for good. My plunder talent activates instantly. After absorbing the wish book's power, my whole body feels burning hot. Come out, my new stand-in. Golden light astonishes. A black-robed youth holding a heavy book slowly floats before me. Almighty Master, Wishmaster, at your summons. I'm stunned for a moment. You can communicate? The Wishmaster bows in response. Yes, Master. I'm a functional type stand-in. But my usefulness is even greater than that of combat-type stand-ins. In theory, any wish you have, my wish book can grant it for you. My eyes light up. I immediately ask him how to use it. Your ability has the best value. The best value is in information gathering. Consumes the least. The Wishmaster smiles and flatters. Instead of wishing for treasure, it's better to ask where the treasure is. I nod and ask again. How much energy to release my brother Shenzi Yuan from the Inspector Bureau? How much energy is needed? The Wishmaster flips the book, looking grim. Master, this will exhaust all my energy, fall into dormancy, and only speed up the release. Can't release him right away. I instantly understand. Making wishes requires logic too. But the craziest part is yet to come. Shadow Emperor processes Suji's corpse and quietly appears behind me. Suddenly, I notice his armor actually has a new white clock on it. I quickly ask the Wishmaster, is the stand-in's appearance related to its abilities? That's right, it's also related to the host's soul. My heart trembles. Shadow Emperor is a combat-type stand-in. Has nothing to do with time. Could it be because I was reborn? I suppressed my doubts, put away my doppelganger, walked out of the hotel. At the elevator, I ran into the Juyu. He was staring at his phone, muttering to himself in disgust. Seriously, I can't believe myself. How did I send such disgusting messages to this simp? And even agreed to come to a place like this with him. I need to block him as soon as possible. This is so gross. I ignored him, walked straight to the front desk, extended the stay for room 302 for another week. No need for cleaning. Meanwhile, in Hangzhou, in another room, it was a complete mess. Lin Jiao stared at his doppelganger, looking utterly shocked. King of Food, where's the white clock on you? And why is the time travel point 1 week later than I said it? King of Food looked confused. Master, during time travel, it seems part of my power was taken by some unknown being. That's why the return point shifted. Lin Jiao roared in anger. I spent 100 billion on this. And there was still an accident. He had awakened in his previous life, an SS rank time travel talent, crushing anyone who tried to stop him, but in the end was defeated by the Illogic clan. He used all his strength just to come back. But the price was, King of Food's energy cap dropped from 4,000 to 40. He originally wanted to return to 1 week before awakening, but ended up only a few hours after awakening, and lost the power of the second hand. Just when he was furious, King of Food suddenly spoke, Master. I have sensed the power of the second hand. It seems to be on someone in Hangzhou. Ling Zhao suddenly looked up. Are you sure? Why is your power on someone else? It seems like that person forcibly took it. Master, should we take it back? Ling Zhao looked serious, shook his head. If he could take your power, he must be ridiculously strong. You're weak now. Let's not look for him yet. He paused, then nervously asked, Are you sure he's not with the Illogic clan? Don't worry, Master. My power is definitely on a human. Ling Zhao finally let out a sigh of relief. His expression turned cold. Let's go clear a dungeon first. Find my old teammates and build up our strength. How dare you steal from me, Ling Zhao? I'll see just who you really are. But he didn't know. The one who took his power was right under his nose and had just started down the path of plundering. No one dared approach the dungeon portal, but I ran straight toward it. The era of universal awakening has begun. Dungeon realms have suddenly appeared all over the world. The Waxia authorities are stationed by the entrance, repeatedly warning everyone to proceed with caution. It's best to form a team of 5. People were all talking among themselves, but not a single person dared to step in. I calmly stepped out from the crowd, looking at the familiar dungeon design. I smiled. The place I didn't dare set foot in last time. This time, I will conquer it. As soon as I stepped through the portal, a system notification popped up. If you exit due to injury, you'll fully recover. After dying 3 times, you won't respawn again. Then the class selection panel appeared in front of me. Last time I picked warrior, and was absurdly weak early on. This time I have 2 S-ranked talents and a doppelganger. I have to pick the most suitable one. I immediately summoned the Lord of Wishes. As for careers, do you have any recommendations? The Lord of Wishes bowed and replied, I recommend you pick mage. After level 20, using my talent as your guide, you can awaken the hidden class, Prophet Mage, combining with Shadow Emperor's melee. The power will be practically unbeatable. Sounds perfect, but I sensed he was being selfish. So I pressed, if I choose mage, and use the plunder talent as my guide, what will I awaken as? A hidden class. I don't recommend using plunder as your guide, because you'll awaken a weird hybrid melee mage. I didn't listen to him, and asked what if I choose assassin, and guide with plunder talent? What class will I awaken then? The Lord of Wishes was startled, but quickly answered, most likely you'll awaken Supreme. Outlaw. It maximizes plunder's advantages. But still, I recommend choosing mage. I had made up my mind. I decisively said, I'll choose assassin. A surge of blue energy rushed into my body. System, you've successfully changed to assassin. A dagger appeared out of thin air in my hand. I gave it a swing, just as I expected. Assassin and Shadow Emperor are the perfect combo. But there's something even crazier coming up. A system prompt popped up, asking me to choose the number of party members. I instantly chose solo, because soloing gives double rewards. Then it asked me to pick a difficulty. Without hesitation, I picked Nightmare difficulty. With the Shadow Emperor here, this kind of beginner dungeon, I've got a guaranteed win. Suddenly my vision goes black. I've been teleported into the dungeon. Countless pairs of red eyes are staring at me. This is every female player's nightmare. Red-eyed goblins. I slowly raise my hand. Shout, come out! Shadow Emperor. Immediately activate the 100 battles wish skill. Critical hit rate instantly maxed out. Shadow Emperor. Wipe them all out. Before the goblins even react, the Shadow Emperor throws a punch. A goblin is instantly KO'd. Level skip monster slaying plus skill buffs. I actually earned 7x experience. The remaining goblins swarm toward me. Shadow Emperor focuses his energy. A rain of punches pours down. These monsters are like paper. In just a moment, the goblin army is completely wiped out. The light of leveling up keeps flashing on me. In an instant, I reach level 6. I open up my stat panel. I get 20 stat points and 10 skill points. All stat points go into agility. All skill points into swiftness. Agility skyrockets to 31 points. Stamina consumption is now reduced by 40%. Then I push forward all the way. Everywhere I go, every goblin is one-shotted. I quickly reach the dungeon hall. Finally, the dungeon boss appears. On the throne in the hall sits the mountain-sized goblin king. Goblins are crammed at his feet. There are 2 goblins beside him, harassing 2 NPC girls. My face instantly turns grim. Even if they're just NPCs, I won't allow this to happen. A giant goblin roars and charges at me. I instantly raise my hand. Shadow Emperor. Destroy them. The Shadow Emperor raises his iron fist, and with a punch, the giant goblin is launched like a cannonball. Right then, 2 goblin shamans suddenly try to ambush me. I instantly dodge using swiftness. A violent explosion erupts behind me. The shamans are still dazed, as the Shadow Emperor's iron fist is already in their faces.
Ban!
Both shamans are sent flying. A moment later, all the minions are wiped out. Only the lonely Goblin King remains standing. At my command, Shadow Emperor charges forward at full speed. In one quick move, the Goblin King is sent flying. Under the Shadow Emperor's crazy attacks, he's quickly finished off. System prompt, Congratulations on clearing the dungeon. Dungeon chest is being generated. I immediately activate the good luck wish skill. A pleasant voice rings out. Your luck has increased tenfold. A second later, a golden chest slowly appears. Clear rating is a whopping 1,500 points. Way above the SSS rank requirement. You know, the dungeon's reward cap was only iron rank. But with 10x luck, I span 8 tiers and got a gold chest. I can't help but marvel. This cheat is just absurd. I open the chest without hesitation. A burst of golden light erupts instantly. Trash iron-grade potions and gear keep popping out, until 2 pieces of gold equipment appear. I'm completely stunned. Just then, a prompt appears. Game character data backup successful. Please name your character. Without hesitation, I say, Shadow Emperor. 1 second later, a global announcement floods the screen. Congratulations to player, Shadow Emperor, for being the world's first solo nightmare dungeon clearer. Reward, Destiny Wheel 10x draw ticket. Players all around the world were stunned, clearing the nightmare dungeon solo. That's insane. But someone was even more panicked than the players. Ling Zhao's face was extremely grim. He turned to look at the King of Food, his voice trembling. Are you sure time travel can't change history? The King of Food replied firmly. Time travel is only a transfer of the soul. It absolutely can't affect history. Ling Zhao muttered to himself. There are 2 other possibilities. 1. The Shadow Emperor took your power, got stronger and cleared the dungeon. 2. In the future, the Shadow Emperor will steal your power and travel back in time, then clear the dungeon. But the King of Food shook his head. My power doesn't increase raw strength. Ling Zhao's face instantly darkened. No matter what, we must find him as soon as possible. If he grows faster than us, it's trouble. But I didn't care about any of that. Clutching the 10x draw ticket in my hand, I was trembling with excitement. Last life I spent 3 years trying, and only managed 5 destiny wheel draws. I immediately summoned the Lord of Wishes, getting straight to the point. Help me figure out the best way to make a wish. The Lord of Wishes bows and replies. Congratulations, Master, on winning a destiny wheel draw. This is a rare reward that only comes from nightmare dungeons, or the Tower of Ascension. The destiny wheel contains items from SS grade to F grade. 9 tiers of items. Many can't be found in dungeons at all. Even with 10x luck on 10 draws, you still might not get a single S grade item, Master. I ponder for a moment and ask, what if I use your power to make a wish? The Lord of Wishes responds instantly. Designated SS grade item obtained. But you'll sleep for 6 months. Random SS grade item. Sleep for 6 days. At least 1 SS grade item. Requires 190 energy. At least 1 S grade item. 10 energy. I'm calculating in my head. If the Lord of Wishes sleeps, it affects my ability stealing. Way too costly. Then I ask, how about at least 2 S grade items? 110 energy. I decisively say just 1 S grade item or above. The Lord of Wishes flips the wish book and says, your wish has been granted, Master. I instantly throw out the draw ticket. Swah. The ticket turns into golden light and dissipates. An ancient cyan wheel appears in midair. The pointer spins rapidly. Stop, I shout loudly. The pointer instantly stops at the green gem. System prompt pops up. 10 prizes displayed. My eyes light up. I actually got 3 types of crystals to enhance my stand-in abilities. Too bad. Only one is an SS grade extreme crystal. I crushed 2 true crystals. System prompt. After using 2 true crystals on exiting the dungeon, you will retain 4% of your stats. I tossed 2 bond crystals to Shadow Emperor. Crush them. Shadow Emperor does it without hesitation. System prompt. Stand-in range extended to 6 meters. The Heart of Energy and Extreme Crystal can't be taken out. So I deliberately shake them in front of the Lord of Wishes. Who should I use these stand-in items on? The Lord of Wishes instantly has stars in his eyes. My great master, might I suggest you let me use them first? That way you never have to worry about my energy again. I casually toss them over. Then they're yours. The Lord of Wishes shouts excitedly. Master, you've really made a wise decision. After crushing the crystal, his energy cap and recovery speed soar. But I'm still not satisfied. Too few true crystals. Still no space crystal yet. But it's fine. I'll just take it one step at a time. There's a huge crowd at the dungeon entrance. I didn't stop, turned around and left. Now's the perfect time for me to level up fast and leave everyone else behind. My next target is the Sky Tower. The Sky Tower has endless floors. For every 10 floors cleared, you get a 10x draw ticket. But just as I reach the Sky Tower, I'm stunned. It's packed with players. Someone's already made it to the 8th floor. I have to hurry up. I can't let anyone get ahead of me. Right at that moment, a seductive beauty came over. Hey, handsome, wanna team up? I completely ignored her. Teaming up would only slow me down. A flash of white light. I instantly entered the 1st floor of the Sky Tower. A group of kobolds swarmed me. In my eyes, they're just low-level trash. I headed straight for the entrance to the 2nd floor. Shadow Emperor trailed right behind. Every kobold we passed didn't even get close before they were smashed by Shadow Emperor's fists. In just 20 seconds, I cleared the 1st floor. System pop-up, congratulations player. Shadow Emperor has set a new Sky Tower 1st floor clear record. I didn't stop. Immediately rushed into the 2nd floor. The kobolds here are a little stronger, but they're still trash. I shouted at them, come at me all at once. I'm really in a hurry. Next up, it basically became Shadow Emperor's showtime. New Sky Tower records kept popping up every few dozen seconds. Players outside the tower were left speechless. Everyone exclaimed, that's insane. Moments later, I was standing at the entrance to the 10th floor. A warning suddenly sounded. Once you enter the 10th floor of the Sky Tower, you can only leave by clearing it or dying. I sneered and pushed open the door. Last time, it was Sunny who cleared the 10th floor solo. This time, I'm taking the first clears for both the 10th and 20th floors. A dog-headed creature as big as a mountain suddenly appeared. Kobold Lord Moya, level 10. HP 5000. He leaped high into the air. A ferocious slash came down at me. Shadow Emperor had maxed out agility. Dodged easily. Swish. Shadow Emperor seamlessly moved up to his face. Unleashed a combo of punches. The Lord's HP instantly dropped to 2000. Suddenly, the Lord burst out with powerful energy, blasting Shadow Emperor away.
He entered a berserk state.
A red aura exploded from his body. Dual blades slashed rapidly at Shadow Emperor, but they were still easily dodged. Shadow Emperor once again slid behind him, throwing furious punches. In just 2.5 seconds, the Kobold Lord crashed to the ground. System announcements spammed the screen again. Congratulations to player Shadow Emperor for becoming the world's first solo clearer of Tower of Ascension, Floor 10. Reward: 1 Fate Wheel 10-ticket draw voucher. Players outside the tower were in total shock. And when I sold equipment for the first time, I was totally stunned. 2.5 seconds. All because of what I saw as trash silver gear. That actually sold for an astronomical 5 million. And it was snapped up instantly. At the same time, the moment the announcement appeared, the mysterious steely that landed in the second nation, some sort of mechanism was triggered. As soon as the first level 20 dual-class player appeared on Blue Star, a multi-tiered global disaster would be triggered. A purple-haired woman looked at the Steely. With a worried face, she said, "Looks like chaos is coming. We must prepare for the worst." She murmured to herself again. The most important thing right now is whether we can find the Dark King. But I didn't pay any attention to that chaos warning. I summoned the Lord of Wishes again. Same routine as always. Wished for at least one S-tier item. The teal-colored wheel spun rapidly. I shouted. The stopping needle landed precisely on a light blue gem. The moment the panel popped up, I was instantly ecstatic. It was actually an S-tier space crystal. With this, I can bring items from the game back to reality. I immediately crushed a D-tier real crystal. System notice. The transfer to reality attribute increased to 7% remaining. Defense and power crystals. I casually threw them to Shadow Emperor. The moment he crushed the crystals, his power surged to 205. His HP shot up to 5,140. But the craziest part was still to come. I rummaged through my inventory. There were 2 more draw tickets and 275 shards. Decided to sell 2 silver pieces first for some cash. Game coins and real currency are exchangeable. 1 copper coin is worth about $6. Even black iron gear costs hundreds of coins. I casually priced 2 silver pieces at 3,200 gold and 1,600 gold. But the moment I hit submit, I was completely dazed. That trash silver gear in my eyes actually sold for 5 million and was bought instantly. I immediately regretted it. Still underestimated what rich people can do. But I didn't dwell on it. Farming gear is as easy as drinking water for me. Next up, I'm pulling an all-nighter to reach level 20 and complete my class change. Once my plunder ability is off cooldown, I'm going after the 3 guilds' S-tier talents. Chu Lie from Black Crow, Qin Yuren from Sanctuary, and Jiu Yan from Coffin of Smiles. None of those scumbags are getting away. Once I deal with them, I'll head to Sin City and go all out. With my plan set, I charged straight into Tower of Ascension floor 11. In the eerie cave, bones littered the ground. I know this place all too well. In my previous life, grinding for the skeleton set, my brother and I practically lived here. The next second, all the skeleton soldiers on the ground stood up. Level 10, HP 1000. And my command, Shadow Emperor. Shadow Emperor instantly charged into the skeleton horde. Punches like a raging storm rained down. The skeletons quickly broke apart. Just then, a murderous presence came from behind. The level 17 skeleton commander, riding a warhorse, circled around behind me. I let out a cold laugh. Looks like I've been underestimated. A dagger instantly appeared in my hand. Activated the Shadow Hunt skill. I slid right up behind him, stabbed through his chest with one blow. In moments, I was completely unharmed, with my past life experience clearing floor 11. These lower-tier monsters are no threat to me. 8 minutes later, I was standing at the entrance to floor 20. A skeleton in heavy armor, holding a giant sword, blocked my way. System notification, Skeleton Lord, level 20, HP 15,000. The moment he saw me, he drew his greatsword and shouted, "Awaken! My minions have returned from hell. Fight at my side!" Blue light erupted from the ground. Over 200 skeleton soldiers surged out. Difficulty instantly doubled. But I wasn't the least bit nervous. The Skeleton Lord charged on his warhorse. Shadow Emperor rushed up to meet him, punching the leading skeleton rider into pieces. But the Skeleton Lord had high HP and thick defense. Shadow Emperor couldn't take him down instantly. To make things worse, I was surrounded by a horde of skeletons. No point risking injury. I shouted, "Come out, Lord of Wishes." I wished for Shadow Emperor to land a critical hit every time. Until the Skeleton Lord was killed. Lord of Wishes flipped through the Book of Wishes and respectfully said, "Great Master, your wish is granted." Purple energy instantly flooded into Shadow Emperor. The Skeleton Lord froze on the spot for 2.5 seconds. Completely shocked, I laughed to myself. This is a sure win. While slashing at skeleton soldiers, I shouted, "Go all out!" Shadow Emperor, I can handle myself. With purple lightning arcing, Shadow Emperor shot forward. The Skeleton Lord hurriedly braced himself, launched his crushing blow. "I'll grind you to dust." That's the fate of all invaders. Boom! Dust filled the air. A deep pit was carved into the ground. I broke a sweat. When the dust cleared, a dark figure suddenly darted out. Shadow Emperor teleported behind the Skeleton Lord and threw a punch, followed by a furious flurry of fists, with guaranteed critical hits. HP dropped to 0 in just 3 seconds. I couldn't help but sigh. This is how wishes should be used? Shadow Emperor unleashed a punch at full strength. The Skeleton Lord shattered instantly. Another round of global announcements spammed the screen. Congratulations to player Shadow Emperor for becoming the first solo clearer of Tower of Ascension floor 20 globally. Reward: 1 Fate 10 ticket draw voucher. Players outside the tower were completely numb. That's insane. How is it him again? I didn't stop. LED Shadow Emperor deeper into the tower, relying on past life memories. I quickly cleared the maze from floor 21 to 29. My level also rose to 15. But as soon as I reached floor 30, the alarm popped up at the entrance. "Your level is too low. We suggest you come back next time." I let out a cold laugh. "I advise you not to give any advice." I shoved open the door to the 30th floor. A terrifying aura rushed toward me. The Golden Bull King, several meters tall, held a dark gold hammer. He stood in the center. He swung his hammer down onto the ground. He sneered and said, Level 15? Foolish humans. Do you know what you are about to face? I stared straight at him. I spoke calmly. Your palace is actually a giant trap. Am I right? The Golden Bull King was instantly stunned. His face was full of disbelief. I stopped wasting time. I waved my hand and said, "Go!" Shadow Emperor. Golden Bull King was engulfed in golden flames. He swung his hammer at the Shadow Emperor. The Shadow Emperor dodged skillfully. He leaped into the air. Golden Bull King missed twice. He was completely enraged. He activated his skill, Earth Shatter. The hammer slammed into the ground repeatedly. Shockwaves swept across the entire arena, but I had expected all of this. I'd had the Shadow Emperor maneuver to the side ahead of time, because once he uses that skill, he'll be temporarily immobilized. My eyes lit up. Now's the time. The Lord of Wishes. I wished for the Shadow Emperor to land a critical hit every time. The Lord of Prayers quickly flipped through the Book of Wishes. Master, your wish has been granted. The Shadow Emperor seized the opportunity.
He instantly charged toward the Golden Bull King.
His fists rained down like hail. Critical damage filled the screen. In just a few seconds, the Golden Bull King's HP bottomed out. At a critical moment, he roared and activated a skill. The king shouted for his warriors to come protect him quickly. I was instantly energized. This is exactly the moment I was waiting for. Activate the plunder skill immediately. System notifications pop up. Skill plundered Great Emperor. 30% crushing power. 1,200 HP stolen. The Taurus King is filled with sadness and rage. He roars, "You despicable human!" Shadow Emperor ignores everything, keeps attacking relentlessly. In the end, Taurus King collapses with a crash. Level up prompt appears. I directly leveled up 3 times in a row. Jumped to level 18. The plundered attributes surged into my body. I was ecstatic. The feeling of plundering is just incredible. But at that moment, a wave of battle cries came from the entrance. It turned out to be the effect of King's command. Monsters from other floors came rushing for backup, but I just sneered coldly. Raised my hand and unleashed the just stolen skill. Golden light instantly filled the arena. Those ferocious Minotaur warriors were instantly stunned and frozen. Their weapons clattered to the ground. I gave a cold shout, "All of you kneel." The next second, 1,000 Minotaur warriors knelt in unison. But something even crazier happened next. Meanwhile, in the Mushroom Secret Realm, a man in yellow activated the king's dominion. Enormous golden eyes appeared. He shouted fiercely, "Kneel for me, all of you." The Mushroom King and his teammates couldn't help themselves, and all knelt down. A round of applause followed. Ling Zhao stepped out of the void. No wonder it's an SS ranked talent. The Emperor's Eye. "I've heard of you for a long time. Mr. Big Grey Wolf." Big Grey Wolf exclaimed in shock. "How do you know my name and my talent? And why aren't you affected by the Emperor's Eye?" Ling Zhao smiled and said, "My name is Ling Zhao. I'm someone who stands outside of time. Someone who can make you even stronger." Big Grey Wolf asked suspiciously, "Why should I trust you? And why are you looking for me?" Ling Zhao grabbed him, unleashed the power of time. "Now, do you believe me?" He continued, "I'm looking for you because you are the only one who can make monsters kneel." What he doesn't know is, on floor 30 of the Sky Tower, I'm currently standing on top of 1,000 Minotaur warriors. Such fat experience points. There's no way I'll let them go to waste. I ordered Shadow Emperor to attack. Shadow Emperor dashed out instantly. A mighty earth smash blasted all the Minotaur warriors away. They were like lambs waiting for slaughter, easily reaped by Shadow Emperor. I stood by, watching comfortably. Moments later, level up prompts spammed the screen. I instantly leveled up 3 more times. Now I'm at level 22. System, you've cleared Sky Tower floor 30. Time used, 16 minutes 29 seconds. World announcement blasted the chat. Congratulations to the player, Shadow Emperor, for being the first in the world to clear Sky Tower floor 30. Outside the tower, players went wild. Isn't Shadow Emperor a monster? That's insane. I quietly slipped away, hidden in the crowd, kept a low profile. Because I have more important things, my second job advancement. I found a noodle shop, just wanted to fill up quickly. But as soon as I sat down, I saw something outrageous. A woman was being publicly humiliated. kneeling on the ground like a dog, begging for mercy. She cried, "I'm sorry, Captain. I didn't mean to." A man kicked her in the chest. Sorry doesn't cut it. I glanced over briefly and instantly recognized they were my former co-workers, the manager's lackeys. They ostracized me in my previous life and even called me a bastard. I didn't bother with their drama and just ate my noodles. Just then, a man in a suit suddenly walked up to me. It was Li Lei with a big smile on his face. "Long time no see." Shen Jin, he patted my shoulder. "Where did you go after being fired, old co-worker?" "I really missed you, dude." He handed over a plate of crawfish. "Good bro, have some good food. Don't leave so tough." He leaned in close to my ear. "So, what talent did you awaken?" "With my talent, I'll help you make big money. Otherwise, how can you be worthy of the Ting Ting?" The woman nearby lit up and softly called, "Jinjie." Memories of my past life surfaced instantly. I once foolishly told him I awakened an F-rank plunder talent. They turned it into a joke, called me a bastard raised by thieves. I stood up right away. "Sorry, I'm not joining your team." Li Lei was stunned, then burst out laughing. "Ha ha ha ha. You broke kid. You really think you're some big shot like Shadow Emperor?" I couldn't be bothered with him, turned around to leave. That woman suddenly rushed over and grabbed my leg. She cooed, "Jinjie, will you take me with you?" I quickly pulled my leg back. "You got the wrong person. I can't help you." Li Lei angrily rushed over and yanked her hair. "Fine. You filthy bitch. Going after every guy you see, huh? What are you thinking? Shen Jin, do you think he actually has the power to save you?"
His lackey chimed in.
He thinks he has some amazing talent. Those two brothers are just thieves under the Wen family's charity. Li Lei grinned slyly. If I'd known the Wen family took care of thieves, I'd go steal too. Maybe I could spark a romance with the Ting Ting. My face instantly darkened. "I'm warning you, don't mention those 3 words. Li Lei deliberately provoked me. "Which 3 words?" He leaned to my ear. "Is it freeloading or—" "The Ting Ting, you're such a toad. Still dreaming of swan meat?" My fist cracked loudly. Li Lei shouted to his men, "Brothers, show him what it means to rule by force." A crew-cut guy rushed over. "Kid, kneel and call me daddy if you want to live." I sidestepped his punch and punched back at his face, then slapped another lackey, sending him flying. Li Lei cursed, "You two are useless." He pulled out a knife and charged at me. Looking to die? I easily dodged. An uppercut dazed him, added a kick to send him crashing into the wall. I clapped my hands. Too weak, even beating them feels dirty. The 2 remaining lackeys dropped to their knees, begging for mercy. "Boss Jin, does your team still need people?" "We're willing to do anything for you," I said calmly. "I've told you all along, I'm not teaming up with you, but you just wouldn't listen." Before I left, I told them, "Stay kneeling." Li Lei wakes up. "And you can stand?" That woman lunged at me again, crying, "Jinjie, take me with you. I'll pay you back 10 or 100 times." I replied coldly, "Have some self-respect." Turned and left straight away. Rejected, the woman's face turned immediately dark. She cursed Shen inside. "You loser. So you think you've made a comeback?" "I'm the company beauty. It's a privilege for you that I go with you." The 2 lackeys who weren't knocked out sneered back. I say, "Wei Wei, do you think you can seduce just anyone? Boss Jean only has eyes for the Ting Ting. Give me a break." Wei Wei turns her head and shouts angrily, "How am I any worse than the Ting Ting?" The 2 laugh even harder. "You don't even deserve to carry shoes for the Ting Ting." But the next second, Wei Wei suddenly changes her expression. A fierce energy radiates from her whole body. "Say one more thing, I dare you." The 2 don't back down either. He slowly gets up. Shen Jing has left. "Let's see who's still going to protect you now." Just as he straightens up, they realize something's wrong. Their legs are shaking, unable to stand firmly. Turns out I was too rough just now. They already have no strength left. A proud smile appears on Wei Wei's face. This is my chance for revenge. She walks up and slaps the guy in yellow hard. "The way you used to protect me. Now I'll pay it all back today." Seeing the guy in yellow still wants to fight back, she gives him another slap. Still got energy to fight back? Looking for trouble? Chu Lie on the second floor instantly looks approvingly. He orders his underlings saying this girl is interesting. Go recruit her into the guild.
He adds.
Didn't the guys always complain there aren't enough female players in the guild? His expression suddenly turns serious. He says solemnly, try to find out more about that guy just now. Once you know his weakness, it's easy to control him. A moment later, the two lackeys are completely beaten down by Wei Wei. Wei Wei stares in the direction I left. She grits her teeth and shouts Shen Jing's name angrily. Someday I'll have you under my feet. But she doesn't know. Chu Lie from the second floor has already set his sights on me. And the underling he sent to follow me is already here at this moment. A man with glasses suddenly shows up, now behind me. The guy with glasses speaks up. Sorry to interrupt. Excuse me, miss. Have you ever heard of the Black Crow Guild? Wei Wei looks surprised. Isn't that a famous player guild? The guy with glasses smiles and says, the guild is currently seeking talented players in the community. Do you have any interest, miss? Before she finished speaking, Wei Wei immediately nodded. Willing. I couldn't wish for anything better. He decisively signed his name on the membership form. He secretly rejoiced inside Shenzhen. Oh, Shenzhen. Look at the attitude of people from the great guild. This is the gap between a poor boy and someone born into nobility. The guy with glasses wrapped his arm around her. Qin Wei Wei. Right. From now on, we're family. He changed the topic about that guy who just left. Who is he to you? I thought he was really rude. Wei Wei instantly put on her acting face senior. That guy's name is Shenzhen. He was my ex-colleague. He deceived me emotionally. The guy with glasses' eyes lit up. Does he have any weaknesses? Maybe the guild can help you get revenge? Wei Wei's face immediately darkened. He has only one weakness. And that's the ting-ting. But the crazier stuff was yet to come. I had just walked out of the noodle shop when I sensed someone was watching me. The people trailing me were still snickering. Heard the boss just recruited a pretty girl. Looks like the brothers are in for a treat. They didn't know. I had already noticed them. Just didn't know where they came from yet. That person was Zhao Cheng's. He answered a call. The caller told him, my weakness is the ting-ting. Boss Chu Lie wants to use the ting-ting to force me to become his death soldier. After hanging up, Zhao Cheng's immediately sped up to follow me. Right at that moment, I suddenly turned around. Zhao Cheng's got startled out of his wits. There was murderous intent in my eyes. Let's see who's getting tired of living. As we brushed past, I shot him a look. With a stranger's face, I couldn't make out his intentions. Zhao Cheng's hurried and sped up, quietly relieved that I hadn't noticed him. But after just a few steps,
He bumped straight into a figure as solid as iron.
before he could react, Shadow Emperor punched him straight in the face. The massive impact left him totally dazed. I walked over slowly and said coldly, go ahead and talk. Who sent you? Zhao Cheng's looked like a pig with that beating, yet still refused to give and you got the wrong person. I'm just passing by. I sneered. You followed me out of the noodle shop non-stop, and that's what you call passing by. In an instant, I recognized the mark on his ear. It was from Black Raven Guild. Judging by what happened in my past life, they shouldn't have come for me this early. I'm giving you one more chance. Tell me your purpose. Zhao Cheng still wouldn't talk. I said I really was just passing by. You got the wrong guy. I thought to myself, so he is a death soldier for Black Raven Guild. Stubborn as hell. Any more questioning would just be a waste of time. I said decisively, come on out. Wishing Lord. I wished for him to reveal why he was stalking me. A golden light flashed. Wishing Lord respectfully said, Master, your wish has been realized. In the next second, Zhao Cheng's eyes rolled back, and he spilled everything.
He said,
I'm a death soldier under the Black Raven Guild's hunter boss. He continued, we recruited a beautiful female player at the noodle shop. He explained Shenjing's background. Boss ordered me to follow you and investigate the ting-ting. She's your weak spot. Boss plans to use her to threaten you, to force you to become his death soldier. I was shocked for a moment. So it was that venomous woman Wei Wei. Last life for revenge. I risked everything and entered a dungeon, but I never got the chance. Now my enemy has delivered themselves right to me. My eyes turned cold. Now that I have the intel on this hunter boss, I must kill him. Without hesitation, I dealt with him. Zhao Cheng's told Shadow Emperor to dispose of the body. Shadow Emperor managed it with ease.
He dumped him straight into the sewer.
I asked Wishing Lord to make Black Raven Guild leave the Ting Ting alone. How long can you guarantee that? Wishing Lord replied, Master. At most only 24 hours. After considering for a moment, 24 hours is enough for me to complete my second job change. As long as I'm successful, killing Chu Lie will be a piece of cake. I made another wish for Black Raven Guild to leave the Ting Ting alone for 24 hours. A golden light flashed. Master, your wish has been granted. I strode toward the second job change secret realm. Soon, I arrived at the entrance to the assassin's secret realm. The secret realm was unusually quiet, all because I was the world's first level 20 player to prepare for a job change. I hadn't ever changed to assassin in my past life, so I had no real confidence. I took a deep breath and stepped into the secret realm decisively. The lights and shadows shifted. I found myself in an exquisite room. An elegant white-haired NPC sat on the sofa. He spoke, adventurer from afar. I feel your surging power. Are you ready to explore the advanced secret realm? I responded respectfully. I'm ready. Please guide me, mentor. The mentor waved his hand and opened the portal. A frigid chill rushed out. The room temperature plummeted. The mentor said, Go. Collect 30 sharp snowman horns on the snowy plain, and 1 penguin king's sharp beak. Then bring them back to me. He added, The snowy plain is filled with dangers. I hope you come back alive. I didn't hesitate and stepped into the snowy plain space. The bone-chilling wind made it hard to walk. This secret realm is way harder than the warrior job change realm. I'd barely taken a few steps when something strange happened behind me. I instantly turned around. A pitch-black snowman, as big as a small mountain, was silently standing behind me. He swung his massive fist at me. I was secretly amazed. No wonder it's a monster from a second job secret realm. It even knows how to ambush. At this critical moment, I immediately summoned Shadow Emperor. Shadow Emperor firmly caught the heavy punch. Only then did I get a good look at the blue crystal on the snowman's head. That was the quest's dumpling. I shouted, Shadow Emperor, take him down. Shadow Emperor unleashed dozens of fist shadows instantly. The next second, the snowman collapsed with a crash. System prompt. Acquired 1 snowman dumpling. I stepped up to collect it. When the ground suddenly rumbled loudly, I looked up and realized I was already surrounded by a group of black snowmen. I didn't panic at all. I drew the Guardian's blade. I asked Shadow Emperor, Are you ready? Got a positive response. We struck at the same time. I shouted, They're not that fast. Focus our attacks. Take them out one by one. In a flash, I sliced down, splitting the snowman in front of me cleanly in two. That moment, a triangular-shaped snowman charged at me with both fists. Shadow Emperor stepped up smoothly and punched his fists away. I took the opportunity to rush forward and severed both his arms. The snowman froze in place, not knowing what to do. I shouted, Shadow Emperor, send me up. Shadow Emperor took up position, and as I stepped forward, leap high into the air. With this strike, Dahi, will send you to your doom. The snowman's head is split in half. After landing, I unleash the Earth Shatter skill. The shockwave spreads out widely. The snowmen are stunned. I shout for Shadow Emperor, take advantage of their stun. Take them all out for me. Shadow Emperor unleashes frenzied dance, charges into the crowd of snowmen. Attack speed maxed out. Critical rate maxed out. Every punch blows up a snowman. For every kill, a sharp horn drops. Soon the horns I collect exceed 30. But what confuses me? Snowmen keep appearing endlessly. No matter how many I kill, they won't stop. I stare at the dense swarm of snowmen, feeling suspicious inside. Where is the real problem? I look up. I'm instantly stunned. A penguin wearing a crown is crossing his legs and sipping red wine. He glances at me and mocks, stupid human. Watch how your king wears you out. As soon as he finishes, the penguin king waves his hand, shouting, return. Black snowman souls. A burst of energy explodes. All the melted snow piles bulge up. Black snowmen pop out again. I'm completely surrounded. But what's even crazier comes next. Golden energy gathers above the Penguin King's head. He roars, "Rise again." Black snowman warriors. Crystals fly everywhere. The snowmen I just defeated all resurrect. I instantly realize, no matter how many I kill, it's useless. Take out the king to stop the army. I have to take down this penguin first. I ignore the snowmen around me and sprint toward the mountaintop. I yell at Shadow Emperor, "Come with me, quick!" Shadow Emperor follows immediately. To go faster, he picks me up and speeds off. The snowmen chase closely behind. They're getting faster and faster. I look back. The Penguin King activates his ability. He's speeding up his minions. I order instantly. Shadow Emperor, throw me to the top. Shadow Emperor instantly powers up. He hurls me into the air. Without hesitation, I unleash Phantom/Mitter. Swish. A blade flash passes. I slice the Penguin King clean in half. The system notified me that I've acquired the Penguin King's sharp beak. The quest is finally complete. All the snowmen behind me have melted and disappeared. I exited the secret realm, handed the quest item to the class transfer mentor. I spoke up, saying I've collected everything you need. The mentor gave a satisfied smile. He pulled out 3 cards. These are the second-tier assassin classes. Rogue, Windwalker, Apostle of Darkness. He suddenly shifted the topic, saying your potential goes far beyond this. There are even more powerful hidden classes. Are you willing to try? I nodded immediately, of course I am. But the mentor's face instantly turned gloomy. If you fail the class transfer, you'll die. Would you still be willing? I didn't hesitate at all, even if it means dying. I'm still willing. The mentor burst out laughing. You're the very first adventurer I've met. I like your impulsiveness. The next second, he tore up the cards in his hand. He said, it's too late to regret now. I'm sending you into the void. All hidden classes are inside. After a bout of dizziness, I entered the void. There's nothing around me. I wandered aimlessly. My foot kicked something. I kicked a round platform. A crimson beam of light shot up into the sky. Columns of light around me all lit up. I touched the crimson beam. The outlaw class appeared. That's the class recommended by the Lord of Wishes. I then touched the blue beam. It's the shadowless one. The stats and skills are much stronger than the outlaw. My gaze locked onto a golden beam. I reached out and touched the panel. Storm Swordmaster popped up instantly. A legendary class. My eyes instantly widened. I never even heard of this class in my previous life. I shouted in anger at the Lord of Wishes. Get your ass out here. The Lord of Wishes appeared, looking respectful. I demanded, why did you hide the legendary class from me? He hurriedly explained, respected master. How could I dare deceive you? Transferring to outlaw is, after my thorough analysis, the safest choice. He pulled up the panel. Storm Swordmaster compatibility, 1%. Success rate, 0.5%. Outlaw compatibility, 89%. Success rate, 98%. I calmed down, realized I'd wronged him, but I shifted the topic. But I never said I wanted the safest option. I patted his shoulder. From now on, just tell me the pros and cons. No need to make the choices for me. I walked toward the golden beam. If I succeed in the transfer, will I get 100% of the power? The Lord of Wishes nodded. Of course. If you succeed in the transfer, you get full power. I didn't hesitate anymore. I loudly said I wished to transfer to Storm Swordmaster. 100% success. The Lord of Wishes suddenly understood. He instantly began casting and said, Master, your wish has been fulfilled. A massive amount of energy flooded into me. The success rate maxed out instantly. The Lord of Wishes glowed all over. Master, my energy is depleted. I'm about to fall asleep.
His figure gradually faded away.
Countless Storm Swordmaster info poured into my mind. I lost strength, collapsed to the ground with a bloody nose. In the real world, my body also fell down. The mentor shook his head and sighed. Silly kid. Too arrogant. Right then, a system notification popped up. The world's first second-tier class adventurer has emerged. The mentor sighed. What a shame. If it was a few seconds earlier, you would have been the first in the world. I suddenly woke up. Smiling, I asked him back, how do you know I'm not the world's first? The mentor was instantly shocked. Even the cigarette but in his hand dropped. He hurriedly asked, did you really succeed in the transfer? I ignored him. took out a potion and drank it. Green light swirled around me. My condition recovered instantly. The mentor asked again, "Did you use a potion to succeed in the transfer?" I smiled faintly, pointed to his feet. "Mentor, aren't you feeling hot?" Only then did the mentor realize the cigarette had caught fire. While he panicked, I turned and left. The Lord of Wishes is still asleep. I must kill Chu Lie as soon as possible. Walked out of the secret realm. I opened my phone. The unread message is from Wei Wei. "Jingzhe, thank you for beating up Li Lei for me. They want to treat you to a meal to show their gratitude. Tomorrow at noon, at this location. See you there." I sneered instantly, immediately seeing through it. Could you really be so considerate? Bet this is an invite from the Black Crow Society. But since the prey is coming straight to me, I've got no reason to refuse. Just that I can't wait until noon tomorrow. Plus, I need to pick the right spot to make a move. Meanwhile, Wei Wei was riding atop Chu Lie. But suddenly her expression changed. She wrapped her arms around Chu Lie's neck and softly called out, "Lord Hallmaster, you are the strongest man I've ever met." There's finally light in Wei Wei's life now. The two were getting intense. Chu Lie's phone suddenly rang. He received 3 messages in succession. He shoved Qin Wei Wei aside, hurriedly grabbed his phone. After reading the messages, his eyes lit up. Shen Jin actually replied. I changed the meeting time in the message. Set it for 10:30 p.m. Location changed to the abandoned factory in the eastern outskirts, so I can take care of things quickly. Chu Lie couldn't wait to get up. Shouted at Qin Wei Wei, "Hurry up and get ready. We're heading out right now." Wei Wei immediately looked resentful. She gritted her teeth and muttered, "Damn Shen Jin. Always ruins my fun." Just then, a strange phenomenon appeared between heaven and earth. A mysterious stone tablet showed a prompt. The first second-tier class adventurer has appeared. There will be a heat plague within 24 hours. The blonde youth leaned toward the white-haired elder. Curiously asked, "Teacher, what do you think this heat plague is?" The white-haired elder looked grave.
He said seriously, since it's a warning from the stone tablet.
It must be a disaster. He immediately ordered to inform all countries and told them to prepare. Meanwhile, I've been waiting at the eastern outskirts. A curfew notice popped up on my phone. My pupils instantly contracted. In my previous life, the first curfew notice was because of the heat plague. But this time, it came a full 5 days earlier. I remember clearly. The previous heat plague was actually a dimensional insect infestation. The monsters were mostly levels 1-2. For ordinary people, it was a catastrophe. But for us awakened ones, it was a huge opportunity. Because killing insects gave 4 times the experience. In the past, many big guilds rose to power thanks to this disaster. I couldn't help but feel emotional. Those who protected me in my previous life, I couldn't protect a single one. Instead, I kept dragging them back. But this time, I finally have the ability to protect them. Thinking about it, bloodlust surged in my heart. I clenched my fist. Gritting my teeth, I growled, "Chu Lie. This time, I'm going to kill you first." Meanwhile, Chu Lie was speeding towards the eastern suburbs. The car had just started moving. Suddenly, a call came in. When Chu Lie saw who it was, his expression changed instantly. He was shocked inside. He answered the call cautiously. His tone became submissive. Wei Wei was sitting in the passenger seat, with a face full of curiosity. A ruthless man like the boss. Even he is afraid of someone? A cold voice came from the other end of the line. The engagement ceremony of Princess Jiazi and Lord Miyamoto will be held next month. You need to get ready. The person continued. Lord Miyamoto has awakened. An SS-level talent is the greatest hope of our wealthy nation. US levels must actively collect crystals and strive to enhance your talent as soon as possible. With that, the call was hung up immediately. Chu Lie held his phone tightly, shaking all over. His eyes turned bloodshot. He roared, "How dare Miyamoto Musashi take what's mine? Princess Jiazi is mine. The future of the Black Crow Society is mine too." He immediately started thinking about countermeasures. To change everything, I have to reach SS level within a month, but upgrading requires a huge amount of crystals. Someone as capable as me has to become his crystal miner. He turned to Wei Wei and gave instructions. Tomorrow I'll give you a team to monitor the Ting Ting. As long as we get the Ting Ting, I'm not afraid Shen Jing won't work for me. he reminded her again. I won't appear later. You know what to do? I don't need to teach you, do I? Wei Wei immediately promised emphatically. Boss, don't worry. I will definitely bring him into the Black Crow Society. Soon they arrived at the eastern suburbs. I was lying on the ground leisurely, waiting for them to walk right into the trap. Wei Wei looks at me. Her face is full of confidence. Even the guild master was won over by him. How could he be afraid of getting me? He comes running towards me, all showy and flamboyant, shouting Jingyue as he runs.
He gets to me and says, I'm here.
He jumps up suddenly and lunges at me. I react instantly, quickly stepping back several steps. Wei Wei misses completely and falls flat on his face. He gets up, glaring furiously at my brother. You hurt me when I fell. I ignore this completely and coldly ask, where's Chu Lie? Wei Wei is shocked in that moment. How would he know the guild master's name? He instantly puts on an innocent face, Jingjie. What are you talking about? Seeing him still pretend, I lean in closer, with a cold expression. Chu Lie, your Black Crow Society master is completely exposed. Wei Wei immediately starts stammering. Black Crow Society? Yes, I have joined, but I've never actually met the master. I've only heard his name. I lose my patience completely, take out my phone, and start dialing without bothering with him. Wei Wei keeps pestering at the side. Jingjie, listen to me. I really haven't met him. Chu Lie is at it again, making promises. But this time the reason I invited you is truly about having you join. As long as you join Black Crow Society, resources, connections, anything you want, you can have it all. The call soon connects. Chu Lie's impatient voice comes from the other end. I sent you to follow Shenjin. Why are you only picking up now? I answer indifferently. Because I've already killed him. Chu Lie flips out immediately. What? You're Shenjin? I don't bother wasting words with him. Come out, Chu Lie. I know you're here. I hang up right after and toss the phone into the sea. Qin Wei Wei mutters to himself. So you knew all along. Not long after, a figure slowly emerges from the darkness. It's Chu Lie. He looks at me and praises with a smile, impressive, just as I expected. You really are something. He extends an olive branch. Shenji, join my Black Crow Society. I'll lead you to do something big. I laugh coldly and expose him immediately. Something big? You mean your restoration plan? Chu Lie is completely stunned. He stares at me blankly, his voice trembling. How do you know about that? I'm done talking. You traitorous Cherry Blossom Nation rats. Every one of you deserves to die. I pull out a sharp blade from my inventory and give a sharp command, summoning my stand, Shadow Emperor. Shadow Emperor instantly bursts out with incredible speed and throws a punch at Chu Lie. As expected of an S-class powerhouse, Chu Lie.
He instantly summons his own stand, Twin Hua Ji.
Twin Hua Ji firmly blocks Shadow Emperor's full force blow. Shadow Emperor shows no emotion and immediately launches a rapid assault. Chu Lie backs away, yelling, Twin Hua Ji, fall back now. Don't take it head on. The mask-wearing Twin Hua Ji replies immediately. Yes, master. Does a backflip to widen the gap. But Shadow Emperor is just as agile. He keeps up the chase, attacking repeatedly. But all his attacks are parried by Twin Hua Ji's umbrella. I sense something unusual. Twin Hua Ji's agility and defense are just absurdly strong. Shadow Emperor's attacks haven't done a bit of actual damage. I quickly have Shadow Emperor stop and speak coolly. Nice stand. But once the user is dead, even the strongest stand is useless. Chu Lie laughs mockingly. You can't even break my stand's defense. Yet you think you can kill me? I know in my heart, I can't let this drag on. The longer the night, the more things can go wrong. I have to end this fast. No more holding back. And Chu Lie is making plans of his own. Both of us are experienced fighters and have the same thought. The next moment, Chu Lie shouts harshly. Twin Hua Ji switched to Rainy Night Blade mode. Kill his stand. I sneer and immediately unleash my trump card. I shout into the air. Shadow Emperor's next punch. The user definitely won't be able to dodge. Both stands face off instantly, but right at the point of contact, Shadow Emperor slips right past Twin Hua Ji. heading straight for Chu Lie himself. Chu Lie panics completely and roars, "Damn it. His target is actually me." Thinking quickly, he changes his strategy immediately. Twin Huaji, kill him. The user. Let's see who's faster. Twin Huaji immediately turns directions, rushing toward me. But it's too late. A split second later, Shadow Emperor's fist slams into Chu Lie's chest. The tremendous force knocks him dozens of meters away. He spits blood and can't get up. I don't give him a chance to catch his breath. Shadow Emperor comes right after and lands another lethal blow. See the Cherry Blossom Nation spy who'd been undercover for so many years finally loses all sign of life after dealing with Chu Lie. I immediately awaken another stand, Lord of Wishes, because I know a summer disaster is about to strike. This dimensional bug disaster arriving 5 days early is a catastrophe for ordinary people, but it's an opportunity for me. I race to the tinting side with Shadow Emperor and Lord of Wishes. Bug disaster outbreak. Swarms of bugs surge in. Shadow Emperor is responsible for attacking head-on. Lord of Wishes is tasked with protecting the Ting. With every bug killed, I gain 4 times the experience. My strength rises rapidly. Those I couldn't save in the last life. This time, I'll protect her no matter what. As the bugs are wiped out one after another, the plague is smoothly contained. The tinting is safe and sound. The Black Crow Society's plot is thwarted by me. But I know this isn't over. Musashi Miyamoto's SS level talent, the Cherry Blossom Nation's dreams of restoration, and more unknown disasters await me. And there are even greater unknown challenges waiting for me ahead.